afternoon, y'all. Happy Friday. It is 4 o'clock. I'm heading to drop off my first order of the day. It's an Uber Eats order. Actually, let me go off of Uber for a second so that way it doesn't keep singing. So I'm heading to drop off an Uber order now. It's my first order of the day. It was for, I think, like $10 and change for like 4 miles, so not a bad order. And I did have to wait a little while for it, so that was kind of but it's all right, y'all. The customer's gonna have fresh food. That's all I know. Let me resume my dash and pause it again. I still had 10 minutes left, which I'm sure is enough time for me to get to the customer, but just to be safe, because you never know, y'all, I might forget. But today is Friday, like I said, and it's my second day dashing in Apopka as top dasher, and it already started off a little rocky, but it is a weird time, the in-between time for lunch and dinner, so that's always, well, 99% of the time, a little bit slow, y'all. So I just took my second order. It's a DoorDash order, and I declined it the first time they sent it to me, and they sent it to me for $7.75 because it was like 7 miles, because I'm not by the plaza. I just dropped off that order. It's to the boba shop at the plaza that I usually sit at, so once I get it, it's only gonna be like 4 miles for the delivery, so I accepted it because they sent it to me again for $8, y'all. So I'm heading to the boba shop, and then I'm gonna get it dropped off. The person too that I just dropped off to, they didn't put their apartment number, and I feel like I've delivered to them a couple weeks ago and it was the same thing, so I don't know why they don't put their apartment number. So I had to message them because I realized that when I was on the way, I'm like, oh, I see you're in the apartments, but I don't see an apartment number. So they gave me the apartment number, and then they messaged me like where it was at, so that helped, because sometimes the apartment numbers in those buildings are a little bit hard to see, but nothing crazy. I got it dropped off, and now I'm heading to boba. Just picked up from the boba shop, right, and delivered to this house. Huge. Tessie in the driveway and everything. $8, so I thought, you know, it's like a little bit of a tip from the customer. No tip from the customer. Look at this. Nice house. 3 cars in the driveway. No tip. That was a trickery from DoorDash, y'all. $8. None of that was from the customer. It was all DoorDash base pay. DoorDash tricked me into taking a no tip order. Isn't that wild, y'all? So I did a small one for Huey Magoo's. It was like 2.9 miles or 2.8 miles for $6. Got that dropped off and got all the way back to the parking lot, and I finally got my next order for Wingstop for 3.3 miles for $8. Let's hope that one has a tip on it, because the last $8 one was DoorDash trickery, y'all. But I am heading to Wingstop now. So as I was dropping off the Wingstop order, I got an order for Maryland fried chicken, which is in the same plaza that I had just dropped off at, so it worked out perfect. I am going 3 miles the opposite way, but I figured, you know what, it's not bad. It's for $6.75 for 5 items. Could go up, we shall see. And y'all, we saw the craziest thing on the way to this drop off. There was a lady in the middle of the road walking across like all the traffic, and I thought she was about to get hit, but she was actually hitting people's cars with her bag. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's gonna get hit. I don't know. The car too that she had hit second, I know that they were pulling over to check their car, because they're probably gonna call the cops on her. But I'm being blinded now, so I am going. That order is dropped off. It was supposed to be leave at the door, but there was a little boy sitting outside. He scared me a little bit because I didn't even see him, and then he just got up out of the seat, and I'm like, oh snap. There's somebody there. But I got $10.25 for that, so it went up from $6.75 to $10.25, so that's always nice. And right after I dropped that off, I got an order for the Little Caesars right here at Claricona Ecoe for 3 miles for $9.50. So it's keeping me in this area, which is fine right now. After this, I'll probably pause until I get back to Apopka. Maybe I could do one more over here, but once it hits dark, I don't want to be over here. But Oh, they're giving me an add-on. Y'all, this add-on is 4.6 miles for $2 for Little Caesars. It's a no for me. Absolutely not. And I accidentally put that I was at the store, and I was not at the store. I was trying to hit get directions, but I knew where it was. It looked like it was taking me a weird way on the map. So I was like, is this the right one? But it's the right one. I'm literally right next to it. So I went in Little Caesars, and they never put the order in the system to make the order. So I have to wait like 10 minutes because I don't want to get off the order. I don't mind waiting 10 minutes. I'll go back in like 10 minutes and see if it's ready. Hopefully it'll be almost ready by then, because the pizza should be pretty quick to cook, you know, through the oven. So after the 10 minutes, I went back inside, and the Little Caesars was in fact ready. Now I'm heading back towards Apopka, and I got an order for Chick-fil-A for 6.4 miles, but I still have to go 2.4 just to get to the Chick-fil-A. I'm still on my way back. For $10.25 for 7 items. So let me look at the items. I was about to do that. So 2 fries, 1 nuggets, 1 sandwich, 1 Coke, 1 milkshake, and another sandwich. So no like sauces. So maybe it'll go up. I don't know, because it is $10.25, but I did take it for like 6 miles. But it'll be like 4 miles for the delivery, which is not bad for the $10, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I just did an order for Huey Magoo's, and it was for like $6.50, I think. Let me see. Let me go to it since I'm coming up on the light now. It was 2.3 miles for $6.50. I had to wait a few minutes because they were still making it, and they were pretty busy in there. And so I got to the drop off, and he's like, did she tip you in the app? And I said, yeah, she did. And then he's like, oh, can you just hold on a second? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I figured he was gonna go inside and grab cash, and he comes back out. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't have any cash, and I thought my wife did, and she doesn't. He's like, but if I'm able to, I'll tip you more in the app, which I already know you can't. So it's totally fine. It went up to $7 anyways. I don't know what they're talking about. And now I'm heading to Chipotle for 3.4 miles for 2 orders, 10 items for $12. I don't know if I said $12 already. And the first order is $6, so the other one is going to be $6 as well, which means one of them could go up, which would be nice. This one, the first one is $6, and it says it was requested by the merchant, so I'm not 100%. The subtotal is $48 for hers. And subtotal for the second one is about the same, $46. So maybe they'll go up, y'all. So today, let's see. I did one whole Uber Eats order, y'all, for $14.49. I know that went up because it was supposed to be like $10, I think. It was supposed to be $11.90. And it went up to $14.49. So that was really good. Y'all know my DoorDash customer rating. Somebody else gave me a 1 star, so now I have 3 of them. I really think people be missing food and they're blaming it on me, but it's not really me, y'all. It's so annoying. But the one trip for Uber for $14, and then on DoorDash today I did $97.78. That's for 12 deliveries, so I did 13 deliveries altogether. No Instacarts today, y'all. So altogether for the day, I made $112.27. I don't think I had any issues, not that I can think of offhand anyways. It was just a little slow for Friday, which is crazy, y'all. Crazy. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all in my next one, y'all.
A young boy being lay dreaming. And in the dream...